Hi everyone, my name is Ajita Patel. I'm an Ayurvedic doctor and I'd like to share with you some wisdom from Ayurveda to help strengthen your immune system at these times with the coronavirus pandemic going on. So, a little bit about me before I start. I am certified by NAMA, National Ayurvedic Medical Association, and I own the Sanctuary Yoga Studio in Tustin, where I've been there for 12 years with a yoga studio and a wellness center in my clinic, which I just recently changed the name from Niramaya to Institute of Ayurvedic Medicine. And we're focused on both consults and education, training practitioners for the future. I also have been doing pranayama and meditation for a long time, and I'd like to share some of these tools with you today because it can really help with feeling more calm, more confident, more centered. Some of my other training includes Reiki, and specifically Prana Reiki, which is energy healing that combines the Vedic wisdom also. So that's a little bit about me. So I'd like to first start by saying that the coronavirus, does look quite a bit like the common cold. But there's some important differences. With the common cold, you're not going to get the fever, and it's going to be a runny nose, a stuffy nose, and a mucousy cough. With the coronavirus, you're going to see a dry cough and also very sore throat with some fever and difficulty breathing and shortness of breath as the virus attacks the lungs. So if you find yourself with a cold-like symptoms, even that do take seriously, get some rest and follow some of the guidelines that I'm going to give you. Besides that, you can also follow the guidelines in this next slide from both the Johns Hopkins University and the Department of Public Health and all the government, local, national agencies. So today I'm going to focus on what you can do to help your body resist this and any future bacterial viral infection. And Ayurveda is really well suited for this because the whole focus of Ayurveda is to strengthen your digestion, which it lays the foundation for your health. And the goal of Ayurveda is to build Ojas, or your immune system, your vitality. So I'm going to begin right now with some of the terms that we use in Ayurveda, in case there are some of you out there who already have heard of these terminology or know a little bit about Ayurveda. We talk about the doshas, or the energies in Ayurveda, Vata, Pitta, Kapha, which are made up of elements: earth, water, fire, air, and ether. And the entire universe is made up of these elements. So our health or illness is determined by our interaction with everything else in the universe and how they affect these elements and these energies within us. So it's a very holistic approach to health and wellness, taking into account not just your physical health, but your mental state and your spiritual connection. Ayurveda comes from the ancient Vedic culture of India several thousand years ago, some say 5,000 years or more. And here we find all the natural ways of preventing illness. It's a manual for life, how to live your life so that you stay really well, really healthy, alert, strong, flexible, calm. And the whole purpose of staying very healthy is so that you can live in harmony with the laws of nature and follow your own dharma, your own purpose, if you'd like. It has very strong spiritual basis because we talk in Ayurveda about each one being divine. Ayurveda talks about the elements: earth, water, fire, air, and ether. And these elements are grouped in terms of doshas or energies, vata, pitta, kapha, which help us to understand our health is affected by our environment and everything that we ingest, not just through our mouth, but through all our senses. And this helps us to understand our health, our personality, and helps us to choose that is going to be in our best interest, because these energies change, fluctuate as we interact with everything in the universe. So for those of you who already know a little bit about Ayurveda, I'd like to give you my perspective on this so that we can see this coronavirus and how it relates to Ayurveda. The doshas that are involved, I would say primarily vata, with the dry cough and the weakness, the lower immune system. Pitta is involved with the diarrhea and the infection, the fevers. The dhatus, the systems of the body that are affected, rasa dhatu, the rakta dhatu is definitely involved because they're both very much connected. The shrotas that are involved, definitely the pranavaha shrota, the respiratory system, the rasavaha shrota, and also the raktavaha shrota are involved here. With in reference to the Agni, the digestive fire, which forms the basis for health and immunity, I would say we've got definitely a weak Agni here, Mandagni here. And all this results in lowered ojas, lowered immune system. So there's that perspective from an Ayurvedic understanding. Ayurveda approaches disease in terms of using natural therapies, body therapies, herbs, the appropriate diet. The Ayurvedic texts describes epidemics as jan padodvamsa, referring to the situation where there's widespread damage to environment as well as life form from communicable diseases. Another word that's used also is samkramika rog. And these ancient rishis described how these diseases were spread through close contact or exposure to someone who was sick, and sharing common things like towels or food. And the suggestion here is to use medicinal herbs and preventative medicine in terms of healthy habits, and also Panchakarma, and then Rasayana therapies. Today in the slides, I'm going to show you prevention and the daily routines that are going to boost your immune system and detox therapies. When it comes to health, prevention is the real focus. And we do this through seasonal routines, through daily routines that help us to manage stress, that help us to get appropriate sleep, that help us to be more self-aware. And so I'm going to share some of these things with you today: how to manage stress using yoga, pranayama, meditation, how to eat a wholesome diet, how to use herbs even now to both prevent and to address any of the symptoms of the cold if you have any right now.